Stay hungry. Stay foolish. And I have always wished that for myself. And now, as you graduate to begin anew, I wish that for you. Don't be afraid, you can do it. Do not try to do everything. Do one thing well. Never settle for average. We don't settle for anything less than excellence. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. Let's go in bed tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened yesterday. Follow your heart and your intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. If you live each day as it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. You have to be burning with an idea, or a problem, or a wrong that you want to right. If you're not passionate enough from the start, you'll never stick it out. A lot of times, people don't know what they want until you show it to them. Learn continually. There's always one more thing to learn. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And, like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. To go forward, you have to leave something behind. My job is not to be easy on people. My job is to take these great people we have and to push them and make them even better. Innovation is not about saying yes to everything. It's about saying no to all but the most crucial features. It doesn't make sense to hire smart people and tell them what to do. We hire smart people so they can tell us what to do. Innovation is the ability to see change as an opportunity, not a threat. That's been one of my mantras: focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains. I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. If you don't have a passion, you'll give up. Start small, think big. Don't worry about too many things at once. Take a handful of simple things to begin with, and then progress to more complex ones. Think about not just tomorrow, but the future. Put a ding in the universe. I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Each dream you leave behind is a part of your future that will no longer exist. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you, and you can change it, you can influence it, you can build your own things that other people can use. Whatever you do, you must never let the voice in your head control the brain and your heart. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again. Do your best at every job. Don't sleep. Success generates more success, so be hungry for it. Hire good people with a passion for excellence. Listen to me. We're here to make a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why even be here? When you start off trying to solve a problem, the first solutions you come up with are very complex. But if you keep going, and live with the problem and peel more layers of the onion off, you can often arrive at some very elegant and simple solution. My favorite things in life don't cost any money. It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time. You've got to start with the customer experience and work backwards to the technology. You can't start with the technology and try to figure out where you're going to sell it. Get closer than ever to your customers. So close that you tell them what they need well before they realize it themselves. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. Great art stretches the taste, it doesn't follow tastes. We're not going to be the first to this party, but we're going to be the best. Life can be much broader. You can embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it. Your customers dream of a happier and better life. Don't move products. Instead, enrich lives. Manage the top line, your strategy, your people, and your products, and the bottom line will follow. Great things in business are never done by one person, they're done by a team of people. We're here to make a dent in the universe. Otherwise, why even be here? We're creating a completely new consciousness, like an artist or a poet. That's how you have to think of this. We're rewriting the history of human thought with what we're doing. You can't just ask customers what they want and then try to give that to them. By the time you get it built, they'll want something new. In most cases, strengths and weaknesses are two sides of the same coin. A strength in one situation is a weakness in another, yet often the person can't switch gears. It's a very subtle thing to talk about strengths and weaknesses because almost all one. And we've all chosen to do this with our lives. So it better be damn good. It better be worth it. The most important thing is a person. A person who incites your curiosity and feeds your curiosity, and machines cannot do that in the same way that people can. If you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. If you define the problem correctly, you almost have the solution. Customers don't measure you on how hard you tried, they measure you on what you deliver. Quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than two doubles. The most precious resource we have is time. Intuition is a very powerful thing, more powerful than intellect. The only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. It takes a lot of hard work to make something simple,